Wealth isn't just about having money in the bank or the size of your investment portfolio. It's about building security, freedom, and a life you love. I love to call this financial imagineering. And yes, like anything good in life, achieving wealth is not for free. It comes at a price. You pay with sacrifices. If you're ready to stop living paycheck to paycheck and start creating a brighter financial future, it's time to trade comfort and convenience for growth and opportunity. Sounds good? Below are the 10 key sacrifices you'll need to make if you're serious about building wealth. The hard truth about wealth accumulation is it requires deliberate, often uncomfortable changes to your lifestyle and mindset. The first thing you'll need to sacrifice is comfort itself. Wealth and comfort rarely coexist in the beginning stages. Want to know the secret behind most successful people? They were willing to be uncomfortable long before it became second nature. Ask yourself, when was the last time I did something for the first time? If you're always choosing safety, avoiding risk, and postponing progress for comfort, you're playing it too small. Growth only happens when you step into discomfort and start exploring new territory. What got you here won't get you there, and doing the same things over and over won't bring different results. Challenge yourself. Take small leaps toward the unknown. Whether it's launching a side hustle, attending networking events, or pitching that one big idea, do it. You'll be surprised how many doors open once you push past what feels safe. Next, you'll need to let go of instant gratification. Skipping a $5 latte won't make you a millionaire overnight. But the principle of small daily trade-offs adds up fast. Wealth doesn't show up in one big event. It grows quietly, behind the scenes, through long-term choices. That means postponing the upgrade to a bigger apartment, holding onto your old car a little longer, cooking instead of eating out, and rerouting those extra dollars into savings or investments. This isn't punishment, it's redirection. Open a savings or brokerage account, and make those small sacrifices work for your future. Every time you resist the urge to indulge now, you strengthen the habit of choosing future security over temporary pleasure. That habit, over time, is how people get wealthy. You'll also have to make hard choices about the people you keep close. It's a sad truth that not everyone can go where you're going. If your circle is full of people who drain your energy, belittle your goals, or encourage bad habits, then it's time to reevaluate who you let influence your path. The people you spend time with shape your beliefs, behaviors, and ultimately your outcomes. Ask yourself, who are the 5 people I spend the most time with? Are they pushing you to grow or keeping you stagnant? It's okay to outgrow people. You don't owe anyone lifelong access to your energy, especially if they're not aligned with where you're heading. Surround yourself with people who are building, learning, and reaching. Their mindset will rub off on you, and that's a sacrifice worth making. Then there's the temptation to impress others. It's one of the most expensive habits you can have. Flashy clothes, designer gadgets, luxurious nights out, they might make you look rich, but they're usually a sign of someone spending to be seen, not someone building silently. True wealth doesn't need validation. In fact, the richest people often appear modest because they understand that wealth is what you don't see. That Lambo? It cost someone $300,000 and lost value the second it left the dealership. That outfit? It was probably bought to impress people who weren't even paying attention. Stop performing. Build in silence. Keep your focus on assets, not aesthetics. Impress yourself with your progress, not strangers with your purchases. Sacrifice the victim mindset, too. Wealth starts with ownership. If you're constantly blaming the system, your parents, the economy, or your boss for where you are, you're handing your power over to things you can't control. That's a losing game. Wealthy people own their outcomes, even the failures. They see every obstacle as a chance to learn, pivot, and grow. Instead of saying, I can't because, start asking, how can I? Take one challenge you've been avoiding, list 3 possible solutions, and take the first small step toward change today. The moment you realize you're not stuck, that even the tiniest bit of control belongs to you, is the moment your wealth journey truly begins. You also need to think far beyond today. Most people only think in terms of days or weeks. Wealth builders think in years, sometimes decades. That's how compounding works. Whether it's in investments or personal growth, the real magic happens when you stick with something long enough to see it multiply. Create a vision for your life 5, 10, or even 20 years from now. What kind of lifestyle do you want? What would financial peace look like to you? Once you're clear on that, reverse engineer the steps to get there. Start saving for it, building toward it, and living as if that future matters more than whatever momentary joy is trying to distract you right now. You'll need to trade entertainment for education. There's nothing wrong with enjoying a good movie or a fun night out. But if most of your time is spent binge-watching shows or scrolling social media, you're sacrificing your own growth. Wealthy people don't just entertain themselves, they educate themselves. They read, they listen to podcasts, they take courses, they attend workshops. You don't have to stop relaxing, but you do have to create a habit of learning every single day. Try replacing 1 hour of entertainment with an hour of learning. You'll feel your mindset shift. You'll gain new ideas. You'll start to see yourself as capable of more, and that's where everything changes. Another key sacrifice? Depending on only one income stream. Relying on a single job is a risky game. If that paycheck stops, so does your entire lifestyle. Wealthy people diversify. They build side hustles. They invest in real estate. They start online businesses or freelance on the side. Even if it's just a couple $100s extra a month, it adds breathing room. And eventually, freedom. Think of 3 ways you could make extra money based on skills you already have. Start small. Test. Tweak. Grow. The more income streams you build, the more secure and wealthier you become. Then there's fear. Fear of failure is the silent killer of dreams. Every wealthy person you admire, they've failed. Probably more than you ever will. But the difference is they failed forward. They treated failure as tuition. Every setback taught them something, and each lesson brought them closer to the version of themselves that eventually succeeded. Reflect on your own past failures. What did they teach you? How can you apply that today? Success isn't about avoiding mistakes. It's about learning faster than most people are willing to. The more you try, the more you fail. The more you fail, the more you learn. And the more you learn, the more unstoppable you become. Lastly, you'll need to sacrifice those extra hours in bed. It might sound small, but how you start your day matters. The world's wealthiest people are early risers. Not because it's trendy, but because it gives them control. Mornings are quiet. There are fewer distractions. It's the perfect time to plan, reflect, learn, or make progress on important goals before the world starts pulling you in a million directions. Start small. Wake up just 15 minutes earlier each week. Use that time intentionally. Stretch, journal, read, plan. These small actions, stacked daily, create momentum, and that momentum becomes wealth. In the end, getting wealthy isn't some secret formula. It's a willingness to exchange short-term comfort for long-term rewards. It's showing up daily, even when no one's watching. It's trusting that every dollar saved, every skill learned, and every habit formed is shaping a future you'll be proud to live in. Income minus expenses equals investment capacity. The more you protect that gap and grow it, the faster your wealth builds. So if you're serious about changing your financial life, start with just one of these sacrifices today. Stack them over time. And remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about being consistent. You're building something bigger than a balance sheet. You're building a life. Sacrifice in this context doesn't mean living a miserable or joyless life. It means being intentional. It means choosing purpose over impulse, value over vanity, and direction over distraction. Most people wait for motivation to strike before taking action, but the wealthy understand that discipline builds its own momentum. They create systems, routines, and boundaries that protect their time, money, and energy. You don't need more motivation. You need a better system. So design your days with intention, audit your habits, align your actions with your goals. Wealth isn't reserved for the lucky. It's built by those who make these sacrifices day after day until they no longer feel like sacrifices at all.